And so please go ahead and share a few words before I introduce your slides.
Yes, Sir Chris and Ma'am Tammy. So it's an honor for us to be one of the speaker for this event. We always grateful, thankful for having you in our success. No, Ma'am Tammy, Sir Chris, you always there and guide us every time we had challenges in the business, in the team. So you're always there to guide us and give us support, give us some inspiration and motivation. So we'll never forget that. And we are here. We are always here for the Max family because we want to share our success and of course we want more successful associate leaders here, not only in the Philippines but the whole Max family.
Correct. Max morning, everyone. I'm Jho Guatamore. So I'm so grateful. We are so grateful to be here, to be part of this event. So thank you, Sir Chris and Mantami, for organizing this kind of event. So even we are so different country, now it's possible to see all of you all together in one event. So nice to see everyone. And thank you. And we are so happy and excited to share and to give some value to everyone.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining in. So what I'm going to do, Joe, is, and Gren, I'm going to go ahead and share your slides. And let me just do a full screen here. And just go in full view, full screen mode. And at that point, I'm going to go ahead and you tell me, okay, just a minute here. I'm just going to share my screen instead. Share my screen. Stop sharing. I think that will be much, much easier. Okay, there you go. And then view full screen. Perfect. Okay. Can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. So when you tell me to go ahead and change, I will go ahead and apply the change for the next slide. So I'm going to turn the call over to you. And once you're done sharing, depending on the time, of course, we have a few questions that we'll share based on maybe elements that you may not have covered. So please go ahead and thank you again for being part of our call this evening, a webinar this evening. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So how much time?
We have basically, we have about 45 minutes. So we have plenty of time. So maybe if you can take 20 to 30 minutes, and then from there, we'll have I have a few questions for you that the team may want to hear about. And then again, you may cover those questions and your story. So you have a good 30 minutes.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Max morning, everyone. So, of course, we're so very grateful and thankful for this morning. And in your countries, right now is evening. But of course, there's a disclaimer. Yeah, because I'm a Filipino. I'm not so good in English, but I will do my best to share what our personal experience, our success here in Max, and to help each and everyone to be one of us to become a diamond here in our company. Of course, before I start, I would like to greet all the leaders, especially some of our associates here in the Philippines. They joined, and of course, all the Canadian, American, all African associates. So thank you so much for joining us in this call. So I hope after this sharing, you learn from us, and we are so much grateful that you've been part of this training. Okay, so before we start in this kind of business industry, we're not in good life because we have a lot of challenges, and we want to share our personal story before we join Max International. As you can see on the picture, that was me. I'm very skinny. I don't have we don't have good life that time, and during that time, at my young age, I just working for a living, so I need to uh, try different type of work that time. I experienced balot vendor, tricycle driver, jeepney driver, Cariton boy. So I've been through a lot of hardship and challenges in my life during my young age. And during that time, I'm very broke that time, and I don't have enough money to spend on my personal, and of course, if I start to do a business, I don't have enough money. Can you next slide, Sir Chris? And that time, before I joined Max, I have a big why, because when I start doing this kind of business industry, I don't have any idea. Even that time, me and Joe were just boyfriends and girlfriends. And before I start, during that time, in doing Max business, we have written covenant. No,
Next slide.
can you next, Sir Chris, the next slide, please. We have a written covenant that uh, Joe is not so much agree on our on joining this kind of business industry, because I've joined a lot of uh, network marketing, other opportunity, but of course I'm not a network marketer, and I don't have any idea how this business run. So Joe asked me, if you really want to be part of that opportunity, if you want to join on that company, we should have an agreement. And Joe tell me that if you are not, if you become successful, let's face it, that we are we are
Not meant to be.
we are meant to be. But if I'm not successful, and we're not I'm not succeed in this kind of business industry, let's face it that we're not each other, because she's the one who always helped me in raising funds to start a business. In fact, I started my Max business. I borrowed money for my brother-in-law.
So you can
He worked in Singapore to start my Super Achiever Pack. Right now is a Premier Pack, because I want to start my business properly, and I want to invest in my business, because I know that if I invest in my business, there's a lot of return. And during that time, it's hard for us to get product from United States, but right now it's very easy because we have office. So there's a lot of big challenges that time. And of course, next slide, Sir Chris. And of course, that time I have a big why. Many of you right now in this call, we have dreams, and sometimes our dreams is forgotten. You know that it's like dreams is always or remain dreams. But for me, I want to achieve my dreams. I want to achieve my goal. So my first dream is to ride an airplane and travel different countries. Many Filipinos love to travel, and uh, we want that. Even successful people, they love to travel different countries. So, but for me, it's very impossible. Later, I will share it to you why it's very impossible for me to ride an airplane and travel different countries. Next slide, Sir Chris. And of course, I want to give my parents and my family a comfortable life. It's very, especially here. Next slide, Sir Chris. It's very hard for us to give a comfortable life with my family, because especially here in the Philippines, the economy is not so good, and our parents is not uh, don't have a good life also.
We are
So
greatly and grateful.
they didn't finish their elementary and high school, so it's hard for them to have a good life. And of course, I want to travel around the world and other countries using a BMW motorcycle, because that's my passion. I love riding a motorcycle. So if I ride a motorcycle, I forgot all my stress in
Mm.
life. So that's why I love it. So next, sir, please. Next slide. And of course, is to help a lot of people, to improve their lives, and of course, be a blessing to people in need. Because if you serve people, you give happiness to them, it will bounce back to you. It will, like for example, if you help people, of course, the more you help, the more you become blessed. Okay. And next slide is to achieve financial freedom and time freedom. Because if you have time and financial freedom, you can do a lot of things for your family, other people, help them. So it's a it's our biggest dream. That's why we joined Max International. But of course, next slide, Sir Chris. But of course, going there, uh, achieving success in life, it's not so easy. Of course, we face a lot of challenges in our life before we join in this kind of business industry. Because you know why? Next slide, Sir Chris. During that time, my personal appearance, it's not. Can you come back? The first
Oh,
slide. Sorry.
this one.
Yeah, thank you. So during that time, I'm not in a good shape. If you look at me on the slides and you look at me personally right now, there's a big difference,
Huge.
right? Yeah, huge difference. Before, I'm look like I'm skinny, I'm a drug addict, but right now I'm look like um, um, a, a superstar, like actor. Yeah, it's just a joke. So
You
it
do.
means
You do look good. You do look good. Don't take it away.
thank you. It means that the product is really working. If you can see me before, oh no, maybe if I share you a max product, a max opportunity, you will not believe in me. You will not join in my business, or you will not try the product, because like we always said, that what you see is what you believe, right? If I said to you that the product is really good, it helps to stay healthy and young, you will not believe in me because on my personal appearance. But of course, that challenge will not stop me for my dreams. Okay? Even if I'm in that situation, I still believe that this opportunity, Max International Company, will be the perfect vehicle for us to achieve our goals and dreams. So when I start doing this business, next slide, Sir Chris, I don't have any capital to start up the business. And the and of course, the problem is there's no Max office when we start. Way back 2007, November 7 of 2007, I signed up in Max. I don't meet any person here in the Philippines who are earning in the opportunity. We don't have testimonies about the product. We don't have pin ranks here in the Philippines when I sign up. So meaning we are like a guinea pig in the business. So during that time, all I have is I have uh, a determination and courage to join the business because I'm so eager. I'm hungry in the opportunity. So and then That time when you sign up and buy products, you need to wait 2 to 3 months, the shipping time from US to Philippines. Meaning you spend your money and then your product is not in your hand. So that's the biggest challenge that we have. And after that, we cannot receive our commission real time. We need to wait 1 to 2 months before the dollar check uh, delivered here in the Philippines. And once the dollar check delivered here in the Philippines, we need to wait 30 to 45 days clearing.
I
So it's a
remember.
big challenge for us. It's like when I'm experiencing that, I want to quit in the business. But of course, I have a dream. I have a goal that I need to uh, pursue my goal, my dreams. I have to work on it. So what I did is this. This is my secret weapon. Okay, you want to know what is my secret weapon?
Please
Please
do.
type 111 if you want to know my secret weapon. Okay, so next slide, Sir Chris.
Sorry, I was typing 111.
Okay, so during that time we don't have product, and of course no business testimonies. It's so hard, but good thing I have a secret weapon. So next slide, Sir Chris. This is my secret weapon for each and everyone, and you must have this. You have to you need focus. Focus means follow one course until you become successful. So don't change any course, meaning don't join in different opportunities or different networking companies. During that time, I married Max. Max is my life for me that time. There's a lot of company. Oh, your company is not so good.
Even
It's
your upline before.
even my upline before, the top leaders in here in the Philippines, in other countries, they told me, you know, Gren, the company that you joined, you don't have any future because your company is not here in the Philippines during that time. But of course, I have focus, I have determination, I have consistency. Because if you have that, you'll get there. And you know that person who told me that I don't have future in the company for the sake of maybe he's now in heaven. Actually, he passed away
Last year.
last year.
Mm.
I go to his
Funeral.
wake, yeah, funeral, and yeah, I learned from that person. I learned from that leader also. But of course, for me, when he told me that I don't have future in this company, the more I become eager
Determined.
to this opportunity. I'm more determined. So that makes me feel that I should never quit in this business. I should stay. I should uh, do this consistently. And of course, what happened on my goal, on my dream, when I have this focus, determination, and consistency? Next slide, Sir Chris. Of course. Next slide again, Sir Chris. Of course. Why Max? Because I want to marry uh, my girlfriend,
Beautiful.
my ex-girlfriend. Yeah. So because we're more than 5 years being boyfriends and girlfriend, and we don't have money. We don't have money to spend on our wedding during that time. And our parents told us that if you have money to spend for your wedding, you can marry, but marry anytime. But the problem is we don't have. So that's my first uh, motivation. That's my first motivation because I know that she's a perfect partner for me, and of course she's beautiful before. No, she's beautiful always. No, I'm not handsome during that time. But her teacher,
Before I put,
yeah,
we put
her
helmet.
teacher always told her, Jho, what did you like? What you like about Gren? You should always, you should always wear your helmet because if you
Bounce your head, you're gonna wake up
you
in the
bounce your head, and you wake up. Oh, why you like Gren during that time? But of course, you know, when you love each other, and of course,
It's a God's gift.
it's a God's gift. So whatever challenges you've been through, you're still together. So that's why I'm very, very thankful to Max International because uh, of that, we got married. So that's a dream come true for us. Then another, the one that I, the one that I like is ride on airplane. So before, it's very impossible because I have a challenge on my passport. I cannot get passport because
The
uh,
gender.
my gender is female. So it's a it's a big challenge for us. So I need to I need to certify that I'm a male, and I have to correct my birth
Oh,
certificate
wow.
to get a passport. But you know why? The person who helped me to fix that problem is my downline in Max.
Correct.
So Max is also the remedy for my big problem. So yeah, and as you can see on the picture, we traveled a lot. We've been to many places, many countries, and many travel incentive of Max International. And we're so grateful for that because never in my life that we will experience that. Never I imagine, even in dreams, I never imagined that we can visit those beautiful, lovely places together with Sir Chris and Ma'am Tammy and other diamonds in the in Max business. You know,
Every year.
it's not an ordinary trip. It's a luxurious trip. It's a beautiful place. They treat you like king and queen.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, yeah, you treat like king and queen. That's why we've been in the business networking. You have to build network and you have to work and you will treat like a king. Is it right?
That's
That's why
got it. Got it.
networking. If you're not working, if you're not working, you will not treat like a king.
I'm glad that
Okay?
I'm making you
So
practice your English. That's really good.
yeah,
Really fantastic.
yeah, yeah. Because we have before when we do a regular mentoring most of the time, so you don't know that I'm practicing my English to you. Yeah. So thank you. So you know everything happens for a reason.
Correct.
We always believe on that. The reason why you become my mentor is I need to practice my English because time will come I can build because we are dreaming to build big network not only in the Philippines but all over the world. We believe in that. If I need to speak Chinese, if I need to speak Taiwanese, if I need to speak
French is
Japanese,
very good to Sir Chris.
French, you know, I have a mentor which is a French. I followed
Online course.
online course. He's a French people. So yeah.
Oh, très bien. On pourrait pratiquer en français quand tu es prêt.
Yeah. So that's you know everything happens for a reason, and we are so grateful. That's you know remember the picture that we give it to you. I think it's
The Crown Diamond.
7 years ago.
Oh, I'll
The,
never.
Oh, yeah.
the crown diamond picture.
The Max Angel.
You're not a
Angel
crown
of the
diamond, dude.
Philippines, Crown Diamond. Yes, I remember.
Diamond.
That's only a diamond, but we feel that you will become a crown diamond, and you are the angel of Max
Yeah,
Philippines.
they call you now the Angel Max Philippines.
You know,
we're so
Grenny,
very
and again, not to interrupt, but this is something that I wanted you to know that the impact, and Tammy will agree with me on that, the impact that you had on Tammy and I, that picture, we still have it. In fact, you know the pillow you did with the family and everything? We use that every day. You're part of our life every day. You're impacted us to get to Crown Diamond. When we received that, I think we were diamonds at the time. So you inspired us to become
I
Crown
think
Diamond.
double diamond, and we wanted to live up to it. And you know, often it's within the organization that you get inspired to do things. So
Agreed.
thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Thank you too.
You deserve that, Sir Chris and Ma'am Tammy, because you have a good heart.
Correct.
Yeah. So, in continue, let's continue. So, of course, we are always grateful to meet this person because from the very beginning, he's there, and we've learned a lot from him. He has a good heart. So, yeah, we're so very thankful to meet Mr. Steven Scott. Okay, the founder of Max International, next Sir Chris. And of course, we are so thankful and grateful to meet Max Generous Corporate, amazing formulator and our mentor. So as you can see on the picture, it's very impossible for us to meet this person, but you know, we're so grateful. We've learned a lot from them, especially to you, Sir Chris. Always guide us in any decisions and every challenging decision. You're always there to guide us. So thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You're welcome.
Next,
I
Sir
love
Chris.
Thank you.
Slide. Yeah. So another dream come true. As you can see, this is the picture on the left. So that's my previous residence. As you can see, I don't have a good life. I'm just renting. It's not actually my house. I'm just renting. I don't have money to build a house, so I just rented. It's just only how much is that in dollars? 800 pesos. So less than it's around $15 I rented on that apartment.
Yeah, about
So
$20. Yeah, 20 to $30.
yeah. So I don't have a good life during that time. And it's very hard, it's very hard for me to buy a home, no? But because of this opportunity, because of this Max business, I was able to buy houses. No, not only one. So yeah, as you can see the picture, I bought this home. So as you can see, the green one, there's a Max logo on the terrace. Yeah, and the second one, that's another. And of course, yeah, I cannot do that. I cannot achieve that if I don't do the Max business. So we are so grateful and thankful in that. And of course, another dream that I accomplished is my dream bike. So I have a lot of bikes, not one bike. So I've experienced to travel to different
Magsa-cellphone lang
countries
kasi.
using a motorcycle. I've traveled to Europe for 8 countries for 15 days. So of course, the money that I spend is coming from my commission and max also. So for me, it's a dream come true. And every time I achieve my dream, I'm much more excited. I want to do more. I want to work more. You know that because there are people that if they achieve their goal, so they stop. Me, if I achieve my goal, I'm much more inspired. I'm much more on fire. I want to do more. That's that's why my surname is Guatamore. I want more.
I love it.
That's why we always do. Even we are triple diamond. We continue doing. We sponsored. We traveled. We do activities. Even we are not stopped because we want more successful leaders. We want more diamonds because there's more rooms at the top. So each and everyone, especially the person who get this call, I know it's hard for you to join. Some in other side of the countries, it's evening, late in the evening. In the other side of the countries, it's morning. You need to wake up in the morning, but still you're here. You're eager to listen to us. You're eager to join with us. So it means you're so interested and you want to achieve your dreams. Because if you listen to successful people, if you listen the experience of successful people, you know that's uh, that's the biggest inspiration for us. Every meet successful people, not only in Max. Every time We go, like you can see on our Facebook, we go on camping, we go on travel. We've been meet a lot of successful people, and there's only one story before they become successful. They always focus and they never quit. They always focus and they never quit. They continue. Even if they're successful, they continue to become successful.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to copy that successful people. We have to copy that successful person. And of course, we never imagine that we will trust on our leadership and recognize. You know, when I'm studying in elementary and high school, I don't have any recognition. I don't have any medals. I don't have any trophies during that time because I always go to school 3 times a week, so that the another 2 days I work to survive, to fund my studies during that time. I remember when when I'm in elementary, I am only 7 years old and I'm working very hard. I working Cariton boy in the market to earn money to spend on my education. That's why every time I go to school, only 3 days, 2 days absent. So my teacher is wondering why I'm always absent. So they don't give me any good recognition because I'm always absent. But of course, I see to it that I I have to continue my studies. So thankful again to Max International. You know why? Because Max gives all the recognition, all the trophies that you can see on my presentation. And of course, there's a lot of improvement on my personality because we meet a lot of successful people, successful leaders, motivational speaker, coach, name it, that they are part of our success in this kind of business industry. And of course, next slide, Sir Chris. Another dream come true, be a blessing to people in need. So every year we have a gift giving. We choose 50 families. We give them groceries. We do some games. We do some cash incentive, feeding. So every year. So right now we're more than 100 families. We are sharing our blessings, and we continue that every year because we believe that the more you give, the more you become blessed.
I agree.
Yes, and of course, next, Sir Chris, we cannot be successful in this kind of business industry without these amazing leaders. The our unlimited success family, the US 111 family, our BIP leaders, that they're always there, they support us. We always uh, uh, work together, the ideas and everything we shared together. So that's very important in this kind of business, the teamwork. It's really important. You have to work with a group, with a team. Never do it by yourself and reinvent the wheel. Never do that. You have to uh, work with a group, with a team, and follow the system. Always put yourself in the system. Do not reinvent the wheel. If you do that, you become successful. You become diamond. And of
Mm.
course, yeah, thank you, Sir Chris. Next slide, Sir Chris. And of course, my motivation. Always. My current motivation is my family. Because, you know, everything in this world that we have, without your family, you'll not be happy, right? So we do this business. We're not stopping because we want our family to give the best for them. And actually, we experienced that. We bring our family outside abroad. We travel together. So yeah.
Then recent the camp.
Then
We are so
recently
much.
we do camp every month. We see to it that we will do a camping with the family, and it's so, it's very amazing because I've never experienced that on my young age. when I'm young, my father died when I was 2 years old. We don't have any money. I don't experience any kind of toy during that time. So,
Mm.
but right now, I don't want to experience in my kids, in my family. That's why, that's my current motivation. That's why we still working. We build our Max business because we want to give them the best for our family.
Motivation is the team.
And of course, our next motivation also is our team, our group, the Max leaders, because
To pay back.
we want them to be like us. We want them to be a diamond, double, triple, and crown diamond. Because the more you help in this business, the more you become successful, right? So that's also our motivation to help them grow, to help them successful. And of course, we want to be part our company Max International to be the number one MLM company in the whole world. That's our dream. That's our dream. So we want to be part of that. And also Sir Chris, Ma'am Tammy, and the rest of us, be part na maging number one po ang Max International in the whole world. Okay, so of course, as Babe Ruth said, it's hard to beat a person who never gives up. If you continue, you have consistency, you have perseverance, you will never beat up. Because like us, if we give up on the first or on the day one
First
or
round.
the first round, I tell you, we'll never be a diamond. We don't have this kind of life that we experienced for the past 10 years. We are more than 10 years in the company, but we are so grateful and thankful regarding what happens to our life. And uh, yeah, you can be knocked down, but don't be knocked out, right? You can be knocked down, but don't be knocked out. You always stand up and fight again. Stand up and fight again. When you fall, stand up, fight again. If you are like, for example, if you are tired, rest, but don't quit and never give up. Just sleep, wake up in the morning, then work again. That's what I do when I start. Because the hard thing in this kind of business when you are start building.
Correct.
But the um, uh, the enjoyable part in this kind of business when you build your business, you don't need to work very very hard. There's a work, but of course you enjoy. That's the beauty of this kind of business industry. In traditional business, you work for the rest of your life and you get only a pension. In Max, it's like pay, and then work. Pay, work. In traditional life, traditional employment, work, pay. Work, pay. So you have to choose, right? According to one of our idol and also online coach in this business industry, Eric Worre, there will always be a good reason to quit, and there will always be a good reason to keep going. Decide what kind of person you're going to be. So you want to quit or you want to keep going? As we choose to keep going, as we choose to help more people, to help more associate, to help more become successful. Because in our journey to success, it's not easy. Sometimes there are a lot of people who uh, who will uh, parang haharang sa daan mo. Sometimes, sometimes there are a lot of people who are blocked on your way to success, but it's okay. That's part of challenges to make you stronger, to make you more successful. So it's okay. Whatever challenges you experience in your life right now, we have different challenges. It's either family, friends, outside, financial. We have a lot of challenges every day. But if you have that kind of challenges, just keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't ever, ever quit, because if you quit, you don't have chances to achieve your goals and dreams. Okay? So, next slide, Sir Chris. So, I think this is the last slide. The last slides, the end of my presentation. I hope each and every one of you, you learn from sharing our Max story. And before we end, I know Jho will say something. You can say something, or Sir Chris, you have to.
No, Joe, I'd love to hear from you. I know that you are a powerhouse, and you're letting your husband do a lot of the talking. But I know that both of you are a big part of each other's success. And then, in fact, let me just stop, because I know that we're done with the slide right now, so we can see our face and on the full screen. One of the greatest assets is, and again, I don't want you to think, the team here, that you need to be married or you need to have a partner to have success, because I know that it's not the case for everybody. But in focusing on you and Gren, you are a powerhouse. You're inspiring, and I know that you work very hard behind the scene also. Maybe you want to share a few words, maybe to as we come to an end on this call, on something that you feel might be helpful to inspire the people listening in.
Okay, so thank you, Sir Chris and Ma'am Tammy. And of course, it's nice to recall everything, the struggle from the very start, because most of the people, they always see what's the trophy, but at the back of success, those are the challenges, the sacrifices, even time that I don't want to talk about it, because I'm so very emotional about it, because we so much sacrifice the time for our kids. I saw his challenge, and maybe the best thing is we are perfect. Although there's no perfect relationship, there's no perfect people, but for us, we are really perfect, and God's gift to us, to each one of us, because my personality is a red or choleric, red color, and Granny's yellow. So we combine every time that he need to wake up, to push. I'm the one who gonna do it, and I'm always I'm so much strict, like a teacher. My student is telling me that I'm a terror teacher in high school. I'm a mathematics teacher. So before that, when I saw that he want to go in the business, and I think I learned a lot in the school. So that's why when he met Max, he is crazy. Why? Because he was telling, "Oh, this is real. This is real. We're going to change our life." Really? So I just I'm just telling him, "Oh, you're crazy again. Maybe you need to eat." Okay, because you said that before. Before we met Max, you meet another company, local company, and I file loan in the school. Then the last one is Max. So that's why we 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 come up to the agreement, the covenant. You have to be successful. Your engagement ring is a diamond ring, so you need to give it to me. No, that's a real scenario. And every time they talk in the front, I will tell, oh, maybe you need to improve, because like this, you need to do this. Then, and that will be the time that I involved full time to Gren. That is 2009. I file a leave because 6 months without pay. That's without pay. You know what? The good thing is never absent any kind of training. That's the one that improve my personality. I don't like network marketing. I hate it. I very hate network marketing. Really, that's my point of view before. That's before. But since Gren bring me in all training once a month, I always absent in the school, and I file leave because of my case. I'm diabetic, dysmenorrhea, all cases, vocal infection. I file in the school, so I will allow, my principal will allow me to absent. Friday, no salary. Okay? So that is what the time that I filed 6 months, and we work hard with the team. Actually, most of our team, when we started, are here in the call. That's why we're so grateful to see them. They support us. Thank you so much to all our leaders that they do, even in the short notice. In last minutes, I send no, but they doing their best to be here. Thank you so much. So we plan it, and thank God, we hit the first platinum and the first diamond in Asia. That was
I remember.
December 2009. So yeah, after that, then the rest is the history. We create a lot of leaders. We create big family of Max. And of course, so much grateful. The one word that I always remember to Sir Chris and Tammy, that he is always advised to us, because I'm a strong, my personality is very strong. So I always keep their advice to be, remain humble, be a student, be kind, and always give your heart. So that's what I will always be grateful for everything. Most of the time, some of the people misinterpret my voice because it's too loud. They thought I'm angry, but I'm not.
It's
My
passionate.
personality. Yeah. So, and we are so grateful, really, really, really. Max is really give to us, and this is our mission and vision, to help more people and to participate and to be to make Max International #1 network marketing.
This is wonderful. And
That's
for you
all.
folks that maybe you're not familiar with the colors, red for the North Americans, maybe even African, we've talked about that. That would be the lion. These are tested, the personality tests. Yellow will be the golden retriever. Blue would be the otter, right? And the other one I'm missing is
And
green, which is the doctors, the lawyers, the architect, right? So red is the lions. They want the bottom line. They want result now, no missing. Go, right? Where the yellow is, they hug trees. They love people, and red too love people. But it's and the key is to learn to match all the different personalities. So that's what Jho was referring to earlier. Is her personality is red and Grenny is yellow, but I know them both, and I know they can both fit in all different categories. And I can tell you that is key to success in his business. Because as you build your business, you will come across people that are lions or red, or people that are yellow, or, the people that are sensitive, the big heart. There's ways to communicate. And if you're able to adjust to all the different type of personality, you become a much better recruiter, prospector, right? Sponsor. And what they shared on this call as they were sharing their story, because I know them, and Tammy and I've been training for years. And as they were sharing, I don't know, maybe some of you may not recognize, but there's a lot of wisdom on the things that they have shared. And some of the things that they repetitively shared is never give up. When you get discouraged, which I know that many of us get through that. Tammy, I have my moments, right? We all do. But I wake up the next day and we stay the course. And you know what was the biggest influencer to get me going or get me back up? Is when we start doing some calls with our teams. And it motivated me, it stimulated me, and it rejuvenated me, right? And that's what they meant by show up for the training, stay plugged in. If you unplug and you stay all by yourself and try to resolve all your issues by yourself, it's going to be very hard. But if you stay with your team, and they shared that, and there's so many things I can bring up here that they talked about, and I do recommend you go back and listen to this call. It'll be on Active Team, and also you can find it on Facebook. but there's a lot of information that they shared that is the reason why they are triple diamonds with Max International. And mark my words, these are people that will become crown diamonds. Not only them, they will create crown diamonds. I have absolutely no doubt. And I know it's possible because we've done it. They're doing it. And maybe a question that I'd like to share, maybe Tammy, you may have a question after. I know that a lot of these folks on the call have been watching you doing your Facebook lives and your Zoom sessions, and I don't want you to go into a lot of details because I know it's a lot of work, and you have I saw your agenda, it's packed, right? But how did you transition? Maybe a few words. How did you transition from not being on a computer, being on the car, driving for hours and hours and hours and hours like you used to do for 12 hours, 7 hours every single month, to completely convert yourself online? What are some of the words of wisdom you can share with this? And I'm sorry for getting you to really practice your English here. I apologize.
Hey, Sir Chris, it's very easy. Actually, it's a good question, especially right now. A lot of associates are listening on this because during the pandemic, because before we want as their leaders, we want to improve, do this kind of social media marketing. You want to use this platform, but during that time, they have a close-minded. People are not ready to do it because they're usually do the traditional doing the business. They want face to face. They want to drive for long hours to go there and visit there. But that's a good thing. But it happens that during the pandemic, no, during the pandemic, we don't have any choice. You cannot go out because it's locked down. So, but of course, we have to take actions. We don't want to affect by the pandemic that, oh, it's pandemic, we will stop our activities. We will not create an event. We don't have that kind of mind. We think that, oh, this is the perfect time to practice this platform, to initiate these activities, to initiate this event, because people don't have the choice. Because if you ask the associate, oh, we have this Facebook Live, we have this kind of Zoom meeting, we have the FCC. Remember, Sir Chris? You
Yeah.
always,
I used to
when we
push it. We got to get FCC going.
Yeah. Then you have to do it. You don't do. We love to, but the associates are not ready. But during the pandemic, all the associates don't have choice. They always said we don't have internet connection. We don't. There are a lot of, if you are a true leaders, you will you will find ways to have that. It's not, it's not always said that I cannot attend because I don't have internet. It's like you're saying, I cannot achieve my dreams because I cannot do it. It's just like that. So during the pandemic, all the associates, especially not associates, even our friends, some of our groups and everything, we always do Zoom, always do social media activities. So all the associates train themselves to get this platform. And right now, we really appreciate the technology and everything because I don't need to travel 10, 12 hours drive to meet the leaders, to do a training presentation. We can do this kind of training session, and we are much more productive compared to that. You have to travel. There's a lot of waste of time and everything. But right now, you can do it like 2-3 hours presentation or meeting, event, training, and we do our MLMR event. Of course, it's also nice to have person to person, you meet each other, but maybe when the new normal is going on, so we will do that again. But it's not like the traditional way of doing it on a regular monthly basis. We will use this kind of platforms.
I agree. And this is very, very good. And at the end of the day, it's the answer is you didn't have a choice and you duplicated yourself. And I know that one of the things that I suggested is you don't know how, learn how. How? Go to YouTube, search for how to Zoom, how to present online, how to social media, how, and just search and you will have hundreds, thousands of different videos to watch. And the clue that I suggest that you do is look how many likes and how many views they have. Some have millions of views. That is a really good indication that they know what they're doing, right? So I really appreciate the feedback that you share here. Tammy, did you want to share a few things with Grenny and Jho before we end the call?
Well, I just want to say thank you for everything that you're sharing with the whole group. And of course, this is recorded up on activeteam.com, and many people are going to see the recording from around the world. Your story is so inspiring, coming from, the humble beginnings to where you are now. People need to hear these stories because often people think they're at the worst of the worst and nobody can be as worse as them until they hear somebody's story and then they go, oh, my story's not so bad. If they can do it, I can do it. And so thank you for sharing your hearts and your passion with the team. And it's true, never give up. You cannot build this business alone. And if you the key is to have an accountability partner, to create vision boards. I mean, you're doing it all. We see you do it all in your market, and we're doing the same thing here. And the key is to stay focused, to stay in the game, and never, ever, ever, ever give up on yourself, your dreams. The dream bigger, big one. When you make everything about yourself and you're not happy, then you won't do it. But if you make the dream bigger than who you are and make it about family, make it about giving back, make it about, doing good things, making an impact in the world, having some toys that you've always wanted, doing those trips. I mean, I remember when you took your first, how exciting is that? And most of us just take for granted, we'll just get a ticket and get on a flight. I didn't know that about the name. I learned that today. So thank you for sharing all of your humble beginnings, because people need to hear this. They need to hear the struggle, because people think they're alone and they're not. They're not alone in the struggle. And the key is to stay connected. Like you said, show up. If you don't show up, how are you supposed to hear these amazing stories that are going to inspire you to get to another level? So I'm grateful. Thank you for everything that you do. We see you flourish on the social media platform, and media platform, because you are setting the example. You're an incredible example to Max worldwide, and we really appreciate you in our lives.
I totally agree with Tammy. And Grenny and Jho, we want to again congratulate you for your reward. I know you've been awarded in the virtual Philippine convention, and you've also been awarded with the World North American Convention. And everybody sees, and it's an absolute honor to have you part of our call today. And there's a lot of people who are going to watch this video after the facts. Especially the Africans, and some of the Canadians and Americans are going to pop in and watch the video after the fact. So we want to thank you for the time you're giving us. And I know we went a little bit over an hour. I apologize, team, but I think that when you have this kind of quality leadership, we want to try to maximize the time with them. So Grenny and Jho, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and humble yourself in sharing your stories.
Yes, always welcome, Sir Chris, and hopefully next time we'll visit you in person.
You know that we have a place for you in Florida and in Toronto.
Absolutely. Bring the family.
Okay, everybody, listen, I'm going to end the call on this note. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. This is a great call, and I do recommend for you to listen to it again and pay attention to the details. There's a reason why people reach the level that they have reached. So again, everybody, thank you so much for joining in, and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Grenny and
everyone.
Jho, thank you.
Bye, Krishna and Tammy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Joe.
Good
Bye.
night.
Rotan, Lorna.